Hey everybody. Hi, and welcome to my Facebook Live for today. So today is actually National Jerky Day, and I don't really have a good way of relating that to productivity, so I'm just going to leave that for the moment. What I want to talk about today is the 9 sort of pillars of an effective business that we see in the work that we do here at Less Doing. So we created a course. Actually, let me back up. Originally, with the Art of Less Doing and also Less Doing More Living, my very first book, what we started with was a frame. Well, what we started with, it was really just me. Was 9 fundamentals of personal productivity. So this was everything from the 80-20 rule to creating an external brain to wellness, finances, organization, and a whole bunch of in between. And over time, that grew, and I started working with more and more people in businesses. And out of that grew the 9 fundamentals of business. And the 9 work really well because we sort of break it down into 3 major modules, and then that grew into 3 sort of subsections on each one. So this is the Genius Model, which is a creation by a very intelligent person whose name is escaping right now, unfortunately, but I will come back to it, from the Models Company. And so this is the Genius Model. And so you can't really see too well here. Let me see if I can bring that in for you a little bit. Yeah. So there's communication, project management, and process. So those are the 3 sort of main sections. And then within communication, we have inbox zero, organizing ideas, asynchronous communication. Under project management, we go with optimized processes, idea to achievement, 6 levels of delegation. And under processes, we look at content planning and creation, hiring and onboarding, and customer journey. And the specific names of these, these are sort of examples, but they provide more of a framework. So, for example, content planning and creation, maybe that's not something that's in your business, although I would argue that almost every business should be looking at how it can create content to differentiate itself for marketing, for client engagement, whatever else you might see. But these are frameworks and areas within every business that is growing and how they should be approaching the work that they do in order to grow effectively and scale effectively. You need to have good processes in place. You need to be able to perfect a process. You have to be able to delegate effectively. You need to be able to communicate, especially nowadays, in an asynchronous fashion. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to, you're going to be limited to a very small market otherwise. So one of the reasons that I can, excuse me, there you go. Okay, so sorry, I thought that froze there. So one of the reasons that I am able to work with people all around the world is because I can do it in asynchronous fashion. So all that to say that if you evaluate your business on these 9 pillars, then you'll have a better benchmark in terms of how you grow. And the other thing is that we see constantly that people growing at certain stages of their business, certain revenue levels, and we get this from something called the Billionaire Code, which Alex Sharfin was wise enough to put together, is that you need to have these systems in place if you want to go from 6 to 7 figures, and then from 7 figures to 8 figures, it becomes even more and more important. So I'm doing a webinar tomorrow where I'm going to actually talk about the Optimized Operator, which is a course that we run in order to teach all these different things. I'm only going to have time to talk to you about 3 of these pillars tomorrow because that's all the time we have. But if you want more, it's always there as well. So I'm going to drop a link below, and you can check out the webinar for tomorrow. I'd love for you to join me. It's very interactive. You can ask a lot of questions. And if you are struggling in any of these areas in your business, I promise it'll be helpful. Have a good one. Enjoy Jerky Day.